Good evening to everyone, and welcome to today's sharing on the topic soul coaching. My name is Raja Shekar. I am based in United Arab Emirates. Especially, I live in Dubai. Dubai is one of the 7 emirates which UAE consists of. Abu Dhabi is its capital. Then comes Dubai. Then we have Sharjah, Ajman, Al Quwain, Ras Al Khaimah, and Fujairah. And I'm a practicing project management professional, and I'm a project management consultant, and I'm also a certified cost professional. In addition to this, I am also practicing Raj Yoga for the past 4 decades. I've been introduced to this basics of Raj Yoga in the year 1980 in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and it's part of India. Now, everything starts with the thought. As you think, so shall you become. Now, these thoughts, gives birth to also to words. So they say thoughts become words, and words in turn results in actions, and actions become habits if they are repeated so many number of times. And habits decides our personality or character, and based on the character, our destination is reached. We reach our destination. Watch your thoughts, it become words. Watch your words, it become actions. Watch your actions, it become habits. Watch your habits, it becomes character or personality. And watch your character, it decides your destiny. So to change our destiny, where do we start from? With the thought level. Now, what are thoughts? If you just think about thoughts, every thought is linked with some experience. Any thought that is coming in the human mind cannot be stopped because we are keep on creating thoughts like waves in the ocean. They say time and tide wait for none. Time and tide wait for none. What about our thoughts? That also keep on coming. Like the fishes in the water, they keep producing bubbles. In the same way, we also keep creating our thoughts. And if you ponder over one's thoughts, the thoughts which are created by the self, you will realize that every thought has got a link with our past experience. Because whatever thoughts that we create is the result of our previous experience. For instance, you get a thought about drinking a coffee. That means either you have seen a coffee or you have smelled someone drinking a coffee or making a coffee. Smells good. Nescafe or whatever. And then also, you might have read about coffee, or you heard about someone talking about coffee, or you drank a cup of nice, beautiful Turkey coffee. Why not? So most of the time, the coffee is sometimes, if the sugar is less, it's a bit bitter. Otherwise, it smells good. Yeah. Now, if a person gets a thought about drinking a cup of coffee, that means any one of such actions have been performed through the sense organs, any one of the limbs of the body. So now that experience is engraved somewhere in the soul, and it further comes in the form of a thought. Why? Because it prompts him, it motivates him, it inspires him or her to have another cup of coffee or try coffee, experience that again. So this suggests that every experience, once again, repeated by the person through the body. So every thought that is coming or arising in the human mind has got a link with the previous experience. I would give another analogy. Suppose you have a song which is recorded in an USB. When you play it in an instrument, you are going to hear the song, and not for the first time. It is at least for the second time, because to record a song, someone has to sing, someone has to play an instrument, and it is recorded. That USB or CD or any instrument where this facility of recording is available. Now, when you play it in any other machine, you'll be able to listen to that song again. That means it is for the second time, not for the first time. In the same way, any thought that is arising in the human mind, in connection with that thought, we have already performed an action, either in this body or in some other body, because the soul is eternal. Energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another form. Soul is also an energy, but it's a spiritual energy. So this spiritual energy cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another form. That you need to realize. Now, any thought that is coming is called the mind. The mind is creating the thoughts. And after the mind create the thoughts, the intellect is weighing those thoughts, is seeing the pros and cons. Should I transform this thought into action or not? Once the decision is made, after the discernment, you need to have the power of discernment to decide what is appropriate at this moment. Any decision is always based on certain values, and there may be 4 options, but out of the 4 options, you may delete the most inappropriate ones, and finally you will always end up with 2 options, and you need to decide out of the 2 which is more appropriate at this moment, based on what is to be valued at this moment. That's why it said every person has got some values, either moral values or ethical values or spiritual values, and so on. Someone says that when wealth is lost, nothing is lost. And someone says when health is lost, something is lost. And someone says when character is lost, everything is lost. But to some, wealth is lost, everything is lost. To some, character is lost, nothing is lost. So everyone is unique. So everyone value at that particular moment whatever is they value. For instance, I give an example. Very simple example. A monkey. Monkey values peanuts and banana. If you give a diamond to a monkey, he will laugh at you. Come on, project management consultant, what are you doing? I'm a monkey. You need to know the customer satisfaction. I like only banana and peanuts. Maybe fried peanuts. So I enjoy, not diamond. So if you have so many diamonds, do not give to me. Go to your jeweler. They have value for the diamond, not a monkey. So you need to know what is to be valued at this particular moment. So, for instance, I will give an example. Your friend, is going to give you a lift to the airport. Now, at least you need to reach the airport if it is international flights, minimum 2.5 hours. Now you have been waiting and waiting and waiting for this gentleman. He never turned up. And it's already, the time is reaching. And you need to, reach the airport before the flight takes off or before, the booking counter gets closed. So now at this moment, you are not going to ask your friend to give you a lift to the airport. You will rather go for a taxi. Wouldn't mind spending money. Money is not important at this moment. Time is very important. So at this particular moment, money is not to be valued. Time is to be valued. Are you with me? So that's how the decision is made. Supposing, you are sitting in a room and three people enter with some gun, and then they say that give all the wealth, whatever you have, otherwise I will kill you. So what you need to do is give the wealth to, because if you resist, they will kill you and take all the wealth, whatever you have. You see, so ideally, the discernment should be that I need to save my life now. If I save my life, then probably after some time, I can earn back the wealth which I lost. So compared with life here at this moment, the wealth is not to be valued. You see, that's how the decision has to be made. What is to be valued at this particular moment? That's how our intellect decides. So the thoughts are arising in the human mind because they have some intention, they have some motivation, they have some inspiration. They want to experience something, especially the previous experience. You will experience whatever you experienced before. That is what the human mind is aspiring for. This is what my realization in my life says. Now my intellect decides the appropriate way forward based on what are my values. Once the decision is taken, I perform an action through this physical body, which is made up of 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and ether. So, earth, air, fire, water, and ether, the 5 elements. These 5 elements are also called matter. So, the intellect, once the decision is made, it all takes place in a fraction of a second. Thoughts are arising, and intellect seeing the pros and cons. It discerns and it decides, and an action is performed through any one of the sense organs, and it gives me back the experience which I was looking for. And once this experience is experienced by the soul through the body, and it is recorded as well in the soul, that record is also known as resolves, nature. My own experience is recorded. It's also sometimes referred as samskar. It's also referred as, resolves. And these resolves once again create further thoughts. Why? Because I like that experience which I had underwent in my previous action. So that's why the thoughts are once again coming. It's a vicious circle. So what is very important is the decision which is made by the intellect. So we have 3 faculties in the soul. One is the thinking faculty, known as mind. Another is the decision-taking faculty, known as intellect. And the third one is the recording faculty, known as the resolves, record. Now these 3 put together forming the soul. Now, if I want to enhance or bring the best in me, that's what the soul coaching is all about. What is soul coaching is talking about? It helps, it enables a person to bring the best performance of them. How? By giving them or motivating them, inspiring them to get the best answers for their performance, which are hidden in them. So, what is experience and what is theory and what is practice? If you just ponder over about it, someone's experience is your theory. They will say it is my practical life, but whatever they convey, maybe in the form of a book or in the form of a interaction, in the form of a lecture, you will realize that it is a theory for you because it is their experience, it is not yours. Unless until you implement that in your life and have gained some experience, then you will come to know that it is practical, it is possible. So sometimes the actions or the concepts or in the theory level, and sometimes it is in the practical level. So someone's practice is your theory, and your practice is someone's theory. That also we need to realize. You can take the horse to the place where water is there. You cannot make the horse drink the water. I can transform myself, whereas I cannot transform others. I can only inspire them. I can only motivate them. They say if you do not know about something, you go to an SME. SME means a subject matter expert. And this subject matter expert tells you what to do and what not to do based on their experience. Because there is no need to reinvent the wheel. They already underwent all the experiences which you are looking for. They have enough experience of knowledge as well as practice. So they will guide you. And then also they have so many years of valuable experience. So if you do not know what to do at any particular moment, rather than pondering, rather than wondering, rather than confused, go to a subject matter expert. I will give another analogy. Supposing a newly married couple, and they have some problem about childbirth. So they could communicate with their parents, or who are already having enough experience about giving birth to a child. You see, so there is no need to worry about it. Or ask some friends who are already given birth to the child, and so on. So you need to always go to a subject matter expert to get your things answered, the queries, the clarities which you need. They'll be able to answer you because they have enough experience and practice of their own. Good. Also, we need to understand that this soul is a metaphysical entity, and the human body is a physical entity, which is made up of the 5 elements, namely earth, air, fire, water, and ether. It is also sometimes referred to as space or sky. And these 5 elements are very peculiar in its very nature, that it is subjected to change. If at all, anything which is constant in this world is changed because of these 5 elements. Whereas the soul is a metaphysical entity, and it acts through the body. And the body consists of 5 senses as well: the eyes, the ear, the nose, mouth, as well as the hands. So one is a metaphysical entity, another is the physical entity. They say mind and matter. When matter controls mind, we are unnatural. When mind controls nature, we are natural. It's quite contradictory. So people ask, what is mind? And they say it doesn't matter. And what is matter? They say never mind. There's a link between the two. The mind and the matter are the creation of the creator, namely the Supreme Soul. Supreme Soul is only one, and human souls are many, because human souls are unique. They have been given freedom to decide what is best for them, and that part is being done by the intellect. So where do we start from? How do we bring transformation in the self? Where the coaching starts from? The coaching starts from enhancing the strength of the intellect of the soul. The intellect decides, the intellect discerns based on the beliefs, based on the knowledge, based on the knowledge of the self, based on the knowledge of others, based on the knowledge of the Creator, the Supreme Soul. You will realize that the knowledge which we have acquired from human beings, as well as through our practical life, or from human mind. And the human mind is having one peculiar trait known as selfishness. And also another trait which is called it's a social being. So entire knowledge in the world, entire philosophy is based on these two basic concepts that the human minds are selfish and human minds are social being. Human being is a social being. I will give an example. An American and an Indian walking in the jungle, and all of a sudden a tiger comes. Now Indian is start wearing a running shoe, and the American asks, "Can you run faster than the tiger?" And he says, "Give me a break. I can run faster than you." What does it mean? Means before the tiger catches the Indian, the tiger will catch American because he's slower, because he cannot run faster than American. He cannot run faster than Indian because Indian is having a running shoe. So this is how it is. Human beings are selfish. When it comes to their benefit or sharing their benefit with others, always their interest comes first. And they are social beings in the sense they cannot live alone. When we are born, we are always born with the help of the mother and our father. If we lose our parents, then someone else looks after us. We cannot live alone. That's why if anyone is doing anything wrong, they are put in a jail. They have a jail term. If they are accused, then they have to be punished in a jail where they are alone. So human beings are social beings. So our intellect is enhanced with the knowledge. That's why it is said that knowledge is light, knowledge is also might, and knowledge is also source of income. So which knowledge the intellect has to have? The knowledge which is selfless. The selfless knowledge can be given only by the Supreme Soul. Why? The Supreme Soul has no body. All the other souls have individual physical body with them. This costume is with everyone. No one can live on this earth without this physical body. Whereas God is not living in this physical world, He is living in a place called soul world, which is beyond the sun, the moon, and the stars. So He is the Supreme Soul. The basic difference between a Supreme Soul and the human soul is that the Supreme Soul has no physical body of his own. So He is selfless. Why He is selfless? Because He has no desires. Why He has no desires? Because He has no body. That's how it is. So our intellect has to be filled by the knowledge which is given to us, which is imparted to us by the Supreme Soul. If that happens, then the intellect is able to have a control over the thoughts, over the mind. That is what we are now for. So our thoughts have to be rearranged. Our thoughts have to be channelized. Our thoughts have to be based on priority. What is important? What is not important? What is benevolent? What is not benevolent? What is good? What is not good? What is appropriate? What is not appropriate? And so on. So this type of discernment, and based on the discernment, the decision is done by the intellect. So that's why we are now here for. What type of knowledge that need to be kept at that particular moment, so that our intellect will have a control over the mind. I will give a small example. One small boy, walking along the street, along with his father and mother. One side is the father, the other side is the mother, and he's enjoying his evening walk, holding the hands, and having some juice, having some biscuits, and so on. Nice weather, nice breeze, evening walk. All of a sudden, one street dog crosses the street, and he is now reminded of a scene which he witnessed about a month before, wherein he saw a mad dog jumping on someone and biting him vigorously. This boy now is very panicked. He's very unhappy. He's very much afraid because he is reminded of that scene, and he concludes that this dog also will behave the same way. So he is either trying to hide behind his mother, or trying a stick, or taking a stick or a stone and try to beat the dog with the either with the stone or with the stick. Now his happiness is gone. His happiness is disappeared. He's afraid. He's revengeful. He's hating. He's angry. What is the reason why all of a sudden this boy lost his happiness? Who is responsible for this? The religion which he belongs to, or the place where he is born, or his name, or the ruler of the country, or the spelling in his name. People they think that numerology will enable them to have a peaceful life. Or vastu, in India they have seen this vastu, the location of bedroom, the location of this living room, and so on and so forth. The location of the door, the door should face the east direction, and so on. So is it the vastu which is responsible for this boy to lose his happiness, or the time in which he is born? They say horoscope. The horoscope is not good, and so on. If you ponder over it, you will realize that his mind is undergoing this 7 basic traits. One is awareness. He is having a wrong awareness by seeing one mad dog's behavior, that he has a conclusion in his mind that all dogs are ferocious. It is not so. So he has a wrong awareness about dogs. And at this particular moment, he is reminded of that scene, which was really very, very rude to him. A dog jumping on someone and taking away a little flesh, free of charge. So this boy is occupied with that incorrect awareness in his mind that all dogs are ferocious. Unless and until this very thought is removed from his mind, that dogs are also good. Tommy, call the dog, bring one small dog in front of him and introduce the dog to him and make him, become his friend. And how friends, these dogs are, how friendly these dogs are, and how helpful these dogs are to police and also in the investigation department and so on. Unless until this is done, this fellow will behave very funny way whenever he saw a dog. Even if he's old, he will hold his old wife's hand and then move away from one side of the street to the other side of the street whenever he see a dog. So what's happening with this boy is, first of all, his awareness is alarming him that oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, there's a dog, there's a dog, there's a dog. So awareness transforms his state of mind. His state of mind has now become alarming, and his state of mind is changing his attitude. And this attitude is visible in his eyes and in his actions. And also his experience is changed from happiness to sorrow, or fear, or anger, or hatred, and so on. Now this experience is again caught, again recorded in the soul. All of a sudden, this fellow is subjected to negative experience because he has the wrong awareness. So to transform the one's behavior, you will realize that what is important is the awareness, the correct awareness about things, about the self, about the creator, about the nature. These are the 3 different forces: creator, the souls, and also the nature. These 3 interact and forms this eternal drama or play where we are already in. I'm a soul, I'm a non-physical soul, I'm a metaphysical entity, I'm an eternal flame of light, a point of light. I'm not this body. The body is perishable and the soul is imperishable. So the root cause of all the problems in the world, if you try to understand, if at all there is a problem, and if at all you try to find out the solution for that problem, you will realize that the root cause of all the problems which a human mind faces, especially I have realized in my personal life, whenever I face any problem or my past problems, I was trying to understand the reason for that. Then I realized there are 5 basic reasons, of which I am subjected to any type of inconvenience. One is sex lust, another is anger, the third one is greed, and the fourth one is attachment, and the fifth one is ego. When I realize these forces are cynical and they are very closely linked with each other, and then they are there in me because they are coloring my thoughts. When I sit in Raja Yoga for 5 minutes, then I realize my thoughts are either colored by sex lust or anger, sometimes greed, or sometimes by attachment, or sometimes by ego. So I realize that at the thought level, that my thoughts are being colored by this consciousness of the five vices, as they call it: lust for sex, anger, greed, attachment, and ego. So these five vices, where from they emanate? They emanate from the incorrect awareness that I am a body. Like that boy has the incorrect awareness that all dogs are ferocious. Here again, I am having an incorrect awareness that I am a physical body. I am a male or I am a female. I am a physical body. The soul, which is beyond the five elements, which is imperishable, incorrectly identifies the self as the physical body, which is the root cause of these five negative forces. So, who is troubling me? I realize that my sense organs and my five vices, which are there in the soul, and also the five elements of which this body is made up of, and my thoughts and my decisions and my actions. And this action is again giving me some experience, and this record is also there, the soul, after the action is performed. So my sanskars, my thoughts, that means my mind and my intellect, and my sanskars, and also the five senses, and also the five elements, and also these five vices, these 18 forces are the root cause of my trouble, my problem. So if I want to bring some transformation in the self, if I want to bring my best, that means I need to be peaceful, I need to be loveful, I need to be happy, and I need to be powerful, and I need to be knowledgeful, and I need to be pure, and I need to be merciful. If I want to bring these seven, the primary characteristics in the soul, then I need to be soul conscious. The awareness has to be transformed. This is what is happening in Raj Yoga. So, in the Raj Yoga meditation, I shift from the awareness of body consciousness to soul consciousness. This is what being, taught in the Raj Yoga meditation class. I need to realize that I have been created by God in His own image. They say that God created man in His own image. This does not mean that God is having the human form, whereas it means that God's qualities are there in the human beings. As the Father, so the children. As the Creator, so the creation. God is ocean of all the natural qualities, and we also possess those natural qualities in abundance in the self. In the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve were told not to eat a particular fruit from a particular tree, whereas they were deceived by the snake and they disobeyed God. And when they ate the fruit, they realized that they are not having any clothes on their body. What does it mean? At some point in time, human beings, when they start identifying the self as a body instead of the eternal soul, they become body conscious. It does not mean that they were not having any clothes on their body, but they started identifying the self as the five elements, the body. That gives rise to body consciousness. This is what is mentioned in the Garden of Eden, as they were hiding themselves with the help of the leaves when God visited them in the evening, after they ate the forbidden fruit. They disobeyed him. Then Adam and Eve were asked to leave the Garden of Eden. They were sent out of Garden of Eden. God cursed that Eve would undergo labor pain, and Adam will sweat to earn his daily bread. Thus, they were sent out of Garden of Eden. If Adam and Eve were sent out of Garden of Eden, where we are, so that means all the suffering started when we became body conscious. So this soul coaching will give us the insight to remove the consciousness of body in the self, the incorrect awareness of the self as the body. So I am neither a male nor a female. I'm an eternal soul. I'm not my profession. I'm not my religion. I'm not the role I play. I'm not the language which I speak. I'm not the religion which I adhere to. I'm not the place in which I'm born. I'm an eternal soul. I'm a peaceful soul. I am metaphysical entity. I am different from even the five elements. The five elements are insentient, whereas I am sentient. The five elements have no awareness. They have only life. The tree and the plants can produce fruits, they can grow. Whereas the animal kingdom, they have the soul, they are the soul, but they have only instincts. They know how to reproduce, they know how to have their own food, they know how to multiply themselves, and also they know how to safeguard themselves. They have these instincts. They have no intellect. They have no creativity. Whereas the human soul has the creativity. We have the variety. Otherwise, we'll get bored. Whereas the animal kingdom and the nature has its own variety of their own all the time, same. Like the rose flower will be always the rose flower, and the jasmine will be always the jasmine, and the spider will have his, the net always of the same design. They have no creativity. So the human soul is different from nature and also the animal kingdom and so on. So I am an eternal being. This need to be understood very clearly. I am different from God. I am different from nature. And I interact with each other not with the intention of taking something, with the intention of sharing something with each other. When I give a smile to someone, I'll also get a smile back. I need not have to acquire anything. I'm here to instill, share whatever I have with my fellow being. Whatever I give out will come back to me. I'm here to share. I'm here to care. I'm not here to take anything from anyone. I realize that giving is receiving. So now we will have another 15 minutes or so, a meditation experience of whatever we have discussed so far, and then hope you will enjoy them. For this, sit peacefully, relaxed, and cool. Be peaceful and be light, and starts creating thoughts in your mind, and visualize those thoughts with your intellect. Om Shanti. I am a spiritual light, a point of light, eternal being. I reside in the center of my forehead. I am light. I am invisible light. I am imperishable. I am immortal. I am infinitesimally small point of divine light and might. I cannot be destroyed. I have no beginning. I have no end. I am a spiritual energy. I am eternal soul, invisible soul, indivisible soul. Energy cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. I am a spiritual energy. I have no beginning and I have no end. I have 7 natural qualities inherent in me. I am a peaceful soul. Peace is my original nature. I am a loveful soul. I am a happy soul. I am a powerful soul. I am with wisdom. I am a pure soul. I am a merciful soul. Peace, love, happiness, wisdom, power, purity, and mercy are my inherent natural qualities. I need not have to acquire them. Something similar to a sun. When I think of sun, I am reminded of heat and bright light. Similarly, when I visualize the self as a point of divine light and might, in the screen of my mind, I am able to see a spiritual rainbow with the 7 qualities. Something similar to a music. It consists of 7 basic notes. In the same way, the soul is having 7 eternal natural qualities. I am a peaceful soul. I am a loveful soul. I am a happy soul. I create thoughts in the screen of my mind and I visualize those thoughts with the third eye of my intellect and I feel those thoughts and I accept them as mine. I am capable of creating thoughts. My thoughts are filtered, discerned, and decided by my intellect. I use the formula SOS. I stand back. I observe my thoughts and I steer my thoughts so that it will result in some action. The actions are performed through any one of the sense organs, the eyes, the nose, the ear, the mouth, the hands, etc. When I perform an action, It gives me an experience of peace, an experience of happiness, an experience of love. I am a peaceful soul. I am an eternal soul. I am a spiritual being. I am light. I am might. I am merciful. I am pure. I am from soul world. Soul world is my original home. It's my sweet home, from where I started my spiritual journey. My home is very pure. My home is quiet. My home is vast. My home is peaceful. It's full of energy, spiritual energy. I see golden red light around me. I feel as if I'm an eternal flame of spiritual light, a point of divine light and might. I feel peaceful. I am surrounded by light. Light upon light. I am a peaceful soul. I am a happy soul. I am an eternal soul. I am powerful. I have no fear of death. I will never die. I feel secured. I have nothing to lose. I am immortal. I am quiet. I am pure. I am light and might. In this home of light, golden red light, gentle light, constant light, pure light, unchanging light. I see a bright light, a loving light, a smiling light, an unchanging light, a pure point of light. The Creator, the eternal Creator, the abundant Creator. He is having all my natural qualities in abundance. He is light. He is surrounded by light. But He illuminates as a bright light, radiating light. Is a point of divine light. Is ocean of love. Is ocean of peace. Is ocean of bliss. Is ocean of wisdom. He is ocean of power. He is ocean of purity. He is ocean of mercy. I am light. I am in the home of light. I am with the supreme light. I feel I am surrounded by light. I am connected with light. I am merged with light. I feel light. The light radiates through me. The supreme light envelops me. His ocean of love. I feel the unconditional love spreads through me. I receive the power from the Supreme Soul, and it emanates to the atmosphere through me. I am light. I am with the light. I am surrounded by light. I radiate light. I feel light. I realize my natural qualities are eternal. I am an eternal being. I feel free. I feel liberated. I feel peaceful. I am charged with spiritual energy. I have no beginning. I have no end. I feel the meaning of eternity now. Here, there is no time. There is no boundaries. I have no fear. I feel secure. I am peaceful. I am loving. I am happy. I realize whatever I give to the world, it will come back to me. I am here to radiate whatever the world needs. I am eternal being. I am with the eternal Father, the Supreme Soul. He is eternally constant. He is eternally pure. In His presence, the best in me is radiating from me to the cosmos, to the universe. In His presence, I realize there are 7 natural qualities available with me in abundance. And now I realize my purpose of my life. The very purpose of life is to make everyone realize that they are eternal flame of light and they are eternal children of the Almighty Authority, and they have eternally filled 7 natural qualities, and giving is receiving. I am peaceful. I am loveful. I am happy soul. I am child of God. I am child of the Almighty Authority God. I am the child of the ocean of peace. I am the child of the ocean of love. I am the child of the eternal point of divine light, the Creator. I am with the Creator. I am a point of light. I am unique. I have no beginning and end. I am an eternal flame. I am light. I am with the light. I am surrounded by light. I receive light. I radiate light. I feel quiet. Om Shanti. I hope you enjoyed this commentary for meditation. You can also create, similar commentary for yourself. There is no hard and fast rule. Now you know that how to create thoughts in your mind and visualize with your intellect and feel those thoughts. By this process, your intellect will be enhanced and it will acquire the strength to rearrange your thoughts, thereby your words, thereby your actions, thereby your experience, and thereby your body conscious feelings and body conscious thoughts and body conscious actions will be replaced with the soul conscious thoughts, words, actions, and experience. So you will start experiencing peace from peacelessness and happiness from sorrow and love from hatred and so on. I hope this is the purpose of the soul coaching. The soul coaching enables a person to bring their best performance by changing their incorrect awareness, rather replacing their incorrect awareness with the correct awareness. So soul coaching is nothing but bringing the change in the self by way of transforming the awareness. Hope you enjoyed this session, and I thought I will just let you know about your next theme, and the theme for the next week is setting healthy boundaries. And Sister Hema Patel from Anubhuti Retreat Center in US, which is located near San Francisco, will give her talk on the coming 30th June. Hope you will join her and enjoy the session. All the best and good evening. See you later in some other occasion. Bye.